Hey everyone, I'm Daniel. I'm one of the DevRel engineers at Walrus, and today I'm going to be showing you how to host your own local Walrus Site portal. So I have another guide where I show you how to host a Walrus site on Walrus mainnet, but this will give you the tools you need to be able to host your sites on Walrus testnet so you can test locally in a testing environment before moving your site to production. So I am at this page right now. I will include this link in the guide as well as the comments below, but it's here if you need it. Okay, so I'm going to run through the steps here to run a local portal. So the first step is to clone the Walrus Sites repository. I'm going to go ahead and create a new directory first to do all this in. All right, and then I'll go to that directory. Okay, so first step is to clone the repository. I'm going to paste that in here. Okay, and then we can navigate to this repository. All right, and then we need to make sure we are on the mainnet branch. Cool. Okay, so in this example, we're going to be doing setting up a server portal on the Walrus testnet. So I'm going to go ahead and run this command. And what this does, I can show you here in the files. Let's see, local portal test. So I'm in Walrus Sites, and in the portal directory, in the server directory, there's two examples for what to set up as your local .env file. So what I'm going to do is make a copy of this where I can actually set this up myself. All right, so this is my local .env file. I don't have to edit this at all. This is already fully supported. I just needed to make a copy that's actually going to be read by the code. Okay, and there's a lot of different flags and different features you can enable or disable, but I'm going to leave this all as default for now. Same thing with the constants. You can there's some constants that you can update, but right now I'm going to leave this as is. And there's two options for deploying this portal. You can either do it with your Docker, or you can do it with Bun. So in this case, I'm going to do it with Bun. So first, you should make sure that you have Bun installed. You can check the version here. This is the version I'm using today. Okay, so first thing to do is to navigate to the portal directory, and then we run bun install. So I'm getting an error, but it's still building successfully, so we can just ignore that for now. And then since I want to run the server side portal, I'm going to run bun run server. All right, great. So now this is running on our localhost 3000. I'm going to navigate here to localhost. All right, so you can see like at the default, at the main page, we have the Walrus Snake game. So you can play this before you move on if you want, but I'm going to move on. Okay, so the next step is to actually host your own site now on testnet instead of mainnet. So I have this, let's see, I have this test website that's already set up and built locally. So I'm gonna leave this running, and then open up a new window and navigate to this test website. So what I'm going to do is use the site builder, which you can follow along in my other guide. I'm going to specify that this is using testnet, not mainnet. I'm going to include the path to the config. And then I will use the publish command. Epochs, I'm just going to store this for one epoch. And then I will include the directory of the local build. All right. So right now this is going to deploy my static files to Walrus and then return me the site object. So at this point, if you were deploying this on mainnet, you would take this SWI object ID here and then get a new SWINS name and point it to this object. And then at that point, you'll be able to use the third-party portals such as wall.app to access your new app. So it's already showing me the site, the URL that I would use if I run this locally, which is this. So I can go ahead and command click this, hit open. All right, great. So you can see here that this is on our the local server portal that we just hosted, and I can go ahead and connect my wallet. All right, yes, I'm going to connect. All right, great. And this can show me all of the objects that I own in this account. So that's how you would go ahead and create a local instance, and then you can use this for testing. And then when you're ready, get some mainnet Walrus tokens, some SWI tokens, buy a SWINS name, and then point this, and then you'll be able to use the mainnet versions of the portal. All right, well, I'll leave you guys to test this on your own. Thanks for watching. See you later.